Welcome back to another video, guys. It's been a while since I did probably like just basically an RSX video. In this video, we're just going to do some maintenance. I've been wanting to rotate the tires, but I also am kind of due for an oil change at this point. And I heard that if you remove the tire on the passenger side, right, you can get to the oil filter a little easier than reaching. I usually go from above the engine bay down behind it and get it that way, but it does lead to some spillage. So I'm always looking for a cleaner way to change the oil when the oil filter is in that weird spot. So gonna rotate the tires front to back, back to front, and then we're gonna do an oil change and see if we can access that oil filter easier with the tire off, just like I read online on a couple Facebook groups. Like I said, usually I just do it from the top. So a little RSX video. Eventually I do want to do, I got some spider fog lights here. I do want to do that, but we all know that an oil change is much more important than some fog lights. I just went with Mobil 1 everything. Got Mobil 1 oil, Mobil 1 oil filter. I use Mobil 1 in my Durango RT. I use Mobil 1 in the RSX. I've been using it for 2 years now. And I usually used to use it in the Eagle Talon, even when I was on E85. But lately I've been going with the VR1. It just seems like everybody who has some type of pretty built car is swearing by the VR1 stuff. So, but for my mostly straight daily drivers, Mobil 1's the way to go. I think it's good stuff. But anyways, RSX video, let's go take a look at it. Let's get the engine up to operating temperature, and then we'll change that hot oil. Letting it warm up now. 2006 RSX Type S. Pretty much stock, just a couple badges, that's about it. This is the part number if you want to go Mobil 1, M1 110A. And I usually just go with some 5W30. Quick walk around. Interior's in good shape. Got some baby seats in the back. Previous owners did the wheels like a bronze color. Previous owner also painted the bumper. I'd rather have it still be black, but it's all good. She is filthy, but we'll get her a nice car wash this week. I just put that mat under there, catch any drips when we get going. I'll pop the hood after she's warmed up. She's nice. She's an 8-footer. And if you're new to the channel, there's my Durango RT, 167,000 miles, so chugging, 5.7 Hemi, RSX Type S, wife's Mazda, and here's my Eagle Talon convertible, all-wheel drive turbo, E85 car, Garrett 35R turbo. The list goes on and on with this one. That's the 15-year money pit right there. All right, so we got it up on all fours. I know some people like to do it different. I got it up on the back with 2 and then the front subframe with 2. And I also have my jack just kind of under there, like out of the way from the oil change, just in case one of the jack stands let go. I still have that under there. A lot of times if I was just taking, say, that one tire off for a normal oil change, I would just slide it under the car just as another safety measure. But I know everyone does their own thing. Everyone does it a little different. Some people like to pinch welds. I'd rather be up on a subframe or something, somewhere where it's not going to get my way, and I just feel safe. But so we're going to drain the oil and then rotate the tires, oil filter, all that. All right, use 17 millimeter to get the drain bolt out, and now she's slowly draining. Just remember, when you're under here, it is gonna, the oil is gonna change some different paths, and don't strip it. Take your time and get the 17 out slowly. What's up, Mr. Daddy Long Leg? But so now I'm gonna take that tire, switch it with that tire, and when we have this tire off, we're gonna look and see what it looks like inside. See if we can get to the oil filter easier that way. And yeah, I also have some black lug nuts. Maybe I'll see what they look like too, since I did get the car tinted about a month or two ago. But see a little bit of a wind. It's 90 degrees out, but there's a little bit of a breeze. So that oil's moving. That's why I like to have a rug or something. You can get a little oil rug at Walmart for like 10 bucks. Here's how you can access it. Probably gonna go in from this side and either break it free with my hand if I can, or if not, I got one of the little socket guys, you know, a little cheater style. But yeah, you can do it from going above and getting your hand down in here, but definitely takes, you definitely gotta like lay on the fender to get some torque on it with your hand. So I'm gonna just go this way. But I think you could just do it with this from the top of the bay. Last time I just did it with my hand, but that's probably the easiest because I won't want to take off a tire every time, but it's not a big deal either. But that's where we're at. But yeah, where's my Honda boys? Chime in. What are we thinking? Just all the gaskets on that side, where the pulleys are and all. I don't know, but it doesn't leak at all in the driveway, so that's just years of sludge, I bet. But 140,000 miles. All right, so while it's probably easier to get to, it doesn't make the mess any better. You can see the oil dripping down the axle boot and dripping down the suspension here. So I'm gonna hit that all with some brake cleaner, maybe even see if I can clean up this sludge, and then we'll keep an eye on it next time. But it's just a weird design on these K-Series to put that oil filter that high. It's almost as bad as Subaru. Subaru's probably easier because you can just get it right at the top of the bay. So we hit it with some brake cleaner and a little bit of degreaser. Definitely a lot better, but we'll keep an eye on it next oil change. Obviously, I can only get to so much of it. And I tried to wipe that down a little bit too, even though it doesn't look like it. But and then I cleaned the axle boot off. All right, let's top this thing off with oil and let's get these wheels back on. All right, she's back on the ground. I'm gonna start her up, make sure the oil level is good. So I'll start her up real quick, and then I'll shut her down, check the oil, make sure it's good. I just checked it now with the dipstick, and it looks like it may need a hair, but I always like to just check to make sure it's not like the dipstick's not dry, just for peace of mind. Rotated the wheels, which was good because the back wheels definitely had a little bit more tread on it. Not that the front wheels were bad, I still got a lot of life. You know, I almost dally this, but I split it between that and a Durango. And then I drive the other car here and there for, you know, shows and little events and things like that. But this I drive pretty much daily besides rough weather days. I might drive this 3 or 4 days a week, and I'll probably drive that 2 or 3, you know, the other couple days of work. But yeah, she's just all stock. So I thought about an intake, but I also was like, maybe supercharger down the road since I already have a turbo car. So we'll see. But I don't want to touch this for a few years. I just want to enjoy it and drive it, enjoy the reliability. I think the black lug nuts look pretty good. Car could definitely use some coilovers. I don't really want to touch it, but I wouldn't mind if it was a little lower. Or the next set of tires is definitely going to have more meat on it. All right, so I took it for a drive. Everything feels good. No leaks, no nothing. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully on the next RSX video, we get to these. The fog lights here. We got some yellow fog lights. Just some cheap Spider brands. But that's the plan, is to get to that. So, yeah.